How are you guys doing? Today I just really want to share with you the experiences I had with our product training. This would be a quick video because I still have a shift tomorrow. My shift starts at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I need to, take a rest. And all right, so I want to start with my how I feel about the product training itself. So the trainer is really amazing. I really love the way she handled the class. She's very knowledgeable, and I love the way she answered all of our questions because we normally bombard her with a lot of questions, and those questions are really relevant with the topic. So don't get me wrong with that. So basically, we're leaning towards the end of our product training. So the product training is actually 4 weeks, and by Saturday, hopefully all of us will transition to T Bay, or Academy Bay. So in that phase of the training, we will be taking in live calls. So that would be your real customers and real customer situations and concerns, and that would be our graduation day as well. So cross fingers. Anyway, I am pretty much confident that I will be part of the Academy Bay, thanks God. We had 4 cross checks, so every week we are having assessments, so we call that cross checks on how we will apply the learnings that we had for the week. So there's always specific topics that we normally cover. And so basically the thing that I would like to share with you guys would be, let's say, the content of the cross checks that we had. Well, I'm not, of course, I'm not really sure if all of the accounts in Alorica would have the same kind of assessments, like 4 assessments in a month. But at least if you are under Scuba or the prepaid account for Verizon, this video would be very helpful for you. So the first cost check we had is about account verification and payments. Okay, so I'm very lucky that I was able to get 100% rating or score in the first cross check. And same thing with the second cross check. So second cross check is all about device ID change. Don't worry, guys. I know that probably these terms would be, let's say, new to your ears if you haven't handled any telco account. If you're from, let's say, from a credit card account, the financial account, I mean, the medical account or the healthcare account, this terms would be new um, for you, but at least you have the training, so you will really learn a lot, and you will really know what I'm talking about. So the second cross check is about device ID change, and luckily I got 100% in that cross check. And the third cross check is about data disputes. So I'm also very happy that I was able to pass and get 100% score. And then just today we had our last cross check, and I got 80%. I'm a bit sad, a little sad, but it's okay. At least I know that I prepared for it and I did my best. So there's just 2 opportunities that was given to me, like 2 opportunities that I need to work on. So first is about the discover part. So discover is about asking questions to your customer to at least get into the bottom of the concern and resolve the issue. Okay, so the situation is like this. The customer is calling because she wanted to call internationally, but she doesn't have any money, and her account is about to expire. So we know that in a prepaid account, a payment is required to keep the account up and running, right? So with this particular cost check that we just had earlier, it's an OCC type of call. So OCC stands for other charges and credit. So meaning my customer is basically asking for credit because she wanted to use her service to call internationally. So the challenge there is my customer doesn't have any money. Okay, I asked probing questions like, um, is there somebody who can help her, like to process the payment today so she can keep her account up and running? And I asked if she has access or if there is a way for her to access a public, like a public Wi-Fi, and her answer is always no. Same with the hotspot, right? So it Wi-Fi, hotspot, I asked all of those, and her answer is always no. And I also asked if there's any family member, like her mom or dad or husband, or even the neighbor. Actually asked that because I really wanna, I really wanna help her out and to figure out on how she can make, a phone call. And I also advise her to at least try to download third-party apps like Messenger to connect with her loved ones, because it's an emergency. It's a family emergency, and she really need to call that family member internationally. So those are the things that I suggested. Like she can connect to a public Wi-Fi and download a third party app like the Messenger to contact her family or to attend to that family emergency, and she should decline. Also, um, what else? I'm trying to remember the things I've told her. Fam- so Wi-Fi, hotspot, and then there. I also tried to at least help her extending a hand to check her location, because Verizon stores has a free access to, or has free Wi-Fi. So I actually tried to get her location and check the Verizon map and advise on the nearest Verizon store so she can go there. But then she mentioned that she gonna, check the possibility of going to the Verizon store. And so I just I just advised her that this is like a prepaid account and a payment is really required to keep her account up and running and to, use her services or whatever. And um, one point as well that I would uh, like to tell you is on the account, she was given a credit in the past 90 days. So based on the policy, if the customer has been given a credit in the past 90 days, we're not really allowed to give another credit to her. So I just, you know, being firm and telling her that, you know what, Miss Customer, Verizon has partnered with you with the last 90 days and, very generous in providing your credit. It's just so happened that that is only a one time courtesy. and I am unable to provide a credit now to you. So, what I love to tell you is we still have other options. So you can call your loved ones using a third party app. You can connect to Wi-Fi, or you can use your hotspot. So there, that's what I advise her. And then of course the other part is I also I also able to like to see that her account is a grandfathered plan. So when we say grandfathered plan, those are plans that we no longer offer. And I asked specifically on the activities that she usually do with her phone, and she told me that it's just about basic browsing and doing emails and all that. So she's not really into social media. She she don't stream videos. So basically that's her only activity, like browsing, basic browsing, and checking her emails from time to time. So from a $70 plan, I advise her to downgrade it, or I mean to right size it. So that's the right term. Right size the plan to a $35 plan, which allows her to have 128 kbps speed. So that would allow her to do basic browsing and checking of emails from time to time with unlimited call and texts. And then I told her about the discounts that she can take advantage. Like if she decided to enroll in AutoPay, she can get an additional $5 discount that would apply to her next billing cycle. So all of those things. And then of course, um, we make sure that we let the customer like know how we value them, and what are the things that we at least check to help her out, because she really needed to make a phone call. So at the end of the call, I told her that I'm glad that I was able to give you options on how you can make a phone call and attend to your family emergency. And though I wasn't able to provide you a credit for this, I hope that at least you you understand the process, and I really thank you for being a big part of Verizon and for being with us for 5 months. And I hope I was able to remove this off your word list. So, is there anything else that I can further assist you with? And then, of course, my closing spiel. So, again, thank you for calling. My name is Jillian. You have a great day. So, that's how it basically goes with the call that we just had earlier. So, just really, pretty much just really want to share that with you guys. So, at least if you will be part of Scuba or the prepaid Verizon, at least you will be having an idea on what would be the cross checks, what you will need to expect. So, come Saturday, that would be our graduation day. Then they told us that most probably we will be shifting to a graveyard schedule. Okay, at maybe 9 p.m. or 10. We don't know. We don't know really, but that those would be the possibilities. So, um, for the trainees out there, I know what you feel right now. You might be um, you might you might feel nervous, but the only tip I could give you is just listen to to your lesson and ask questions. um, More questions would be more questions is really good, because in that way you will really learn more. Okay, what else? Did I miss something? So ask questions, relevant questions, of course. And then, so listen, just give your heart to it. I mean, one thing, okay, before I forget. She told me that my biggest strength lies really on how I converse with the customer, on how I acknowledge the customer's emotion. So that is very important. You have to partner with your customer, make sure that you acknowledge every emotion that they will display on the call. If they are angry, if they're sad, if they feel upset, they're frustrated, make sure that you acknowledge those. Okay? Um, she told me that that's my biggest strength, and how I converse with the customer, and you know um, how I position my statements. So there. And then the things I need to improve on is really just in asking questions. She told me that I was able to ask relevant question. There's just one question that I missed, which is in that part of our cross check. I wasn't able to ask on what is the nature of that call. Because remember, my customer says that she has a family emergency. So my facilitator told me that I should have at least tried to ask what is the nature of the emergency. So that's one of my opportunity. So that's why I just receive 80% grade for today's cross check. But then I'm still so happy because I was able to at least get 100% with the previous three cross checks that we had. So basically, they will average that, and I still have 95% rating, so I'm very satisfied and happy with it. Well, I will be more than happy if I receive perfect 100 score to all of those cross check, but uh, I know I did my best, so that's it. Well, again, it's like what I've told you, it's still a really great score, and I know that you can do better than that. So, guys, I hope you get something from this video, and God bless you and stay safe. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.